As we move on to Friday Night SmackDown on Fox, going down live in the Honda Center in Anaheim, California, and the top story that played off in Las Vegas earlier in the day is the fact that we have our main event for Crown Jewel going down November 5th in Saudi Arabia. It will be Roman Reigns defending his undisputed Universal Championship against Logan Paul. And when this news was announced on Friday, I was surprised, but I am very intrigued by this matchup because Logan Paul, for all of his 2 matches in WWE, has been really impressive. He has a command of the ring. He has great presence. His charisma is on point. I think he tries too hard to be beloved. And as I always say, you're not going to earn respect because, quite frankly, you're very unlikable as a person. I'm not going to lie and say that you're not. You are not very likable in front of mainstream people, but what you do in the ring, you make people begrudgingly respect you. And for that, I respect you because you care. You put in the work and you're committed. And when you're working with by far the biggest star in WWE and Roman Reigns fighting for the richest prize in the company, you've leveled up. And I expect this to be a great match for the championship. It is going to surpass all expectations. The shit talking is going to be incredible. Roman, who's already over as a babyface in a lot of ways, is going to be unanimously cheered for the duration of this feud, which I love. And at the press conference, I think we talked about this off air, the Bloodline rode up, including honorary Uce Sami Zayn. And they told a story within a story of this press conference as Jay gave Sammy the side eye the entire time. So there is so much going on in this storyline, which I love so much. And this is a great opportunity for WWE to cross promote, to really get themselves out there. And Logan Paul is a draw. He can go out there, make noise, get press, and this would be a highly promoted match by WWE. It's brilliant marketing. I'm not mad at it whatsoever. The press conference in Las Vegas was a lot of fun. And my only issue is that Logan Paul is going to lose to Roman Reigns. And I think, considering how good he is at this, that might be too much too soon. But hey, the check cleared. He's going to eat the L, and he'll be fine heading into next year's WrestleMania.
This is fascinating. My initial reaction to this was, because Dave on Friday was like, oh, major WWE news is dropping in the next hour. And everybody was like, you say something like that and people's imaginations wander. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Are they going to get bought? Is Comcast taking him over? And it's like, oh, Logan Paul, Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia. And I went, oh, okay. But then I watched the show and I thought about, I'm like, you know what? The Saudi shows really kind of don't count anyway. And they need someone big, and they've kind of, let's be honest, there's no one big from the 90s we can bring back anymore. So what are you going to do to create that kind of level of interest? I don't know what what Logan Paul's star in Saudi Arabia really is, but it makes sense. Like, I don't know, like, how often is Logan Paul really going to be around? Like, it doesn't sound like he's on one of those sweetheart contracts that you just come in whenever you damn well please. So why not humble him a bit and use him to keep building Roman for this hopeful match with The Rock? And, it's going to be in Saudi Arabia in front of a bunch of people who really don't follow professional wrestling anyway. So what the hell? Why not? Press conference was great. Paul Heyman's going to do everything to level this up. It's going to feel big because they're mainstream stars. So I am not the target audience for this thing, and that's perfectly okay. I can admit when something should do some business. And again, it's not like they're selling Peacock subscriptions. It's just content. So why not? Makes sense. Go do something that fan base is going to find cool. Again, not for me, but I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move. I think Sami Zayn and Jey Uso did the most interesting stuff in that press conference because that storyline is interesting. Logan Paul, in theory, is a phenomenal professional wrestler, but he comes in already famous, so he doesn't have to. He gets to play pro wrestler, like Shane McMahon style. Like, he gets to play pro wrestler for a while and then go away, and rather than really grinding out there. So, if you want to be really successful, the key is to be successful somewhere else. So, I mean, it's just, I think it's a great idea. I get why they're doing it, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, I get it. Like, I can take or leave Logan Paul, but he's very intriguing to watch.
Yes.
And
yes, he's a great athlete. He's
great. He impressed me really at SummerSlam. I was like, wow, he was doing stuff that Dominic Mysterio wished he could do. I'm going to keep shading him all on this show because it's true. He's really gifted in the ring, and I respect a guy that puts in the work. He's not going to be a grinder out there every week doing work, but we know what this is going to be. This, according to Triple H, when he tweets it out in November, will be the most viewed crown jewel of all time. It would be the most streamed crown jewel in Peacock history. It would be the most internationally viewed show of all time outside of our last internationally streamed show on Peacock.
Great. And you can cash that check and feel great about it.
Yes, and then take a long, hot shower to soothe your soul from taking that blood money, but
I mean, they don't have a problem with it.
they have no problem with it.
It's talking about a company that still has Vince McMahon's DNA all over it. They have no qualms whatsoever.
You know,
things.
How many years left? Six.
Then they're gonna re-sign because it's so much money.
Yes, because they can change the world.
Oh yes, it's gone great so far. They've been going there for 5 years. You see how different everything is now? It's like night and day. Like you wouldn't know that. I don't want to get too political on this show, but yeah.
Hey, we've moved from the women wearing from no t-shirts to cat suits. Growth. It's growth.
Yeah, meanwhile, growth. Yes, I got to get a growth removed. Actually.
You know, I ragged on these shows. I have to watch them because it's my job. I have to talk about them, review them. I tolerated whatever show they called earlier this year. Elimination Chamber, I tolerated it. I shall tolerate Crown Jewel too. And at least I'm getting a good match out of it. So I'm not going to be too mad about it at the end of the day.
It's going to be a good match. Like, Roman Reigns is a better worker than he's ever gotten credit for, right? The guy's been doing this a long time. He's very talented. Like, he can care. He'll be able to care. If the Miz got a Dave Meltzer rated 4-star match out of Logan Paul, what's Roman Reigns going to do with him?
4.5.
Right? This could be 4.5, maybe 4.75,
yeah.
maybe. Like, if Roman Reigns got a 5-star match out of Logan Paul, I want to be on Twitter that day and watch from afar while people lose their fucking minds. It's going to be awesome. Now I'm trying to manifest that into reality.
You know what? You might not be wrong. This could be a 5-star match.
If I'm serious, if the Miz got a 4-star out of him and the Miz is terrible, like, what can Roman Reigns do with this guy? I want that. I want that to happen. So then I see nothing but Shawn Michaels Undertaker tears.
Oh my God.
I want that so badly for this world because, quite frankly, Twitter can be boring sometimes. And now that CM Punk isn't trying to kill anyone anymore, Twitter's gotten boring again. So let's have this. Let's have people at each other's throats. Give Logan Paul 6 stars.
Holy shit, if it actually happens.
Make it happen. Make it happen, please.
If it gets 5, which is a possibility, it's going to melt down. If it gets 5
it's going to melt down. God, I wish I knew Dave will say, just do me a favor, just for the entertainment purposes.
5
please
stars.
Give this match 5 stars. Please. I need to live in that world.
It's possible because I fully believe Logan Paul can pull it off. I do. He's that good.
I think Roman Reigns can carry him. I do too. I think I don't know who's going to age in the match, but I'm sure they're going to have the right guy on it. And I truly believe Roman can make him look fantastic.
Yes, I truly believe that. And the selling point is, can Logan Paul knock out Roman Reigns? That's going to be the selling point. Can he knock him out for like 3 seconds? And who's going to get involved to break up the pinfall? That's going to be key too.
Solo. We're pushing him now. Or Sammy.
Or both. If Sammy's allowed in the country, if they're that generous.
Oh yeah, I forgot Sammy can't go to Saudi Arabia.
It will be Solo.
Because he's Canadian by way of Syria.
Yeah, so he can't come those. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay.
What a shit show. Jesus Christ.
Come on. We can't even continue the storyline. Damn it.
Oh, Lord.
Jay's got to save the day, so Sammy be jealous stateside. Great.
Okay, they can make that work, actually.
Yeah, and they can play it up back in the States on SmackDown. But we're just planning ahead right now as to what will probably happen. Not guaranteed.